It only took them 4 tries to get it right, but they finally did it. Fantastic Four feels like the golden age of superhero movies. It feels like I was reading a Fantastic Four comic book brought to life. Despite some naysayers and some people that thought this movie would see the same fate as the other movies, I am glad to say that this movie was indeed fantastic. Sure, there are some things that I could nitpick and things that I would want to change, and I'm still not 100% sold on the cast. While they all did a great job in the film, I just personally would have went with different actors to play these roles. That's not to say that they didn't do a good job. Pedro plays the obsessed with science and cosmic energy Reed, and while I am kind of getting tired of seeing him getting cast in literally everything, especially Disney, I do think he embodies Reed pretty good. Joseph played a pretty good Johnny, but I do still think Chris Evans embodied the character a lot more and with that playboy attitude energy, and Joseph was just pretty good. Vanessa as Sue did a great job in this movie, especially near the end of the movie where a lot of things happen, and I really liked her character in this. The weakest link in this is Ben. He doesn't really get that many moments to shine in this movie, and he has the least screen time out of all the characters. They oddly hint at this like love romance with this other character named Rachel, but I'm not 100% sure why they did that, because they could have easily just made this character Alicia Masters, who he actually does fall in love with in the comic books. And they both had red hair, so it was just kind of a weird choice to not just go with the real character and make up a fake character. Besides that, I absolutely love the retro mix with the science blended all together. It looks awesome. It's like kind of 60s, kind of the future, and everything from prop design, set design, everything looked fantastic in this movie. I absolutely love the visuals in this movie. The cinematography was really good, and the shot selection that they picked, and overall just visuals in this movie were really nice to look at. They were able to capture the comic book look just so well in this. And to be honest, this movie kind of felt like an MCU reboot since it's in its own world, and it felt like a fresh new take on the Fantastic Four, but just kind of the MCU in general. This time around, the team is 4 years into being superheroes. That means they are very experienced from the get-go, and we do get flashbacks at their time at being the Fantastic Four over time with these really cool news flashbacks and like this anchor talking about their time as the Fantastic Four, which I think works really well at showing us who they fought in the past and just their history as a team to get us caught up to where we are in present day. Like, the city absolutely loves the Fantastic Four. You see kids dressing up as characters, you see people interacting with them and liking them, and also they're just very well versed in fighting villains. So it makes sense that Galactus is technically the first villain that we see them fighting, but we also do see them fighting some in the past. But them taking on Galactus is clearly not their first rodeo as seen in the movie, so them interacting with him is not like they're out of their depth. This is kind of something they've done before, except not on such a big scale. Galactus in this is huge and intimidating and creepy and awesome. I really love finally getting to see him, especially sitting on the big chair. He looks fantastic in this movie. I'm just glad he wasn't a dumb cloud in this, to be honest, because that was really lame. Silver Surfer was really cool to see in this, even though I would have preferred the Norrin Rad version of the character, but she was still really cool, and I liked the interaction with her and Johnny Storm. The action scenes in this movie were super fun and also unique. It's not about just a bunch of punching random bad guys and just a bunch of big action scenes, which I do normally love, but this team not only works very well as a team, but they had to use their brains to outthink and outsmart these super powerful beings. We never really see them fight like little thugs or tiny bad guys. We're talking about galactic scale threats with Galactus and Silver Surfer, people who are way too powerful for them to just go head to head in a punching match. We also don't get to really see much of the Thing in the action scenes, and he does say his iconic "it's clobbering time" line, but he does specify in saying that he's not really keen on saying it, and it's more so in the comics and animated films that they show of him, and he really doesn't like saying it, which is kind of weird, to be honest. I really like the story in this and the themes of like what would you do to protect your family at all costs, and just survival in general. There were times where I was actually worried about the character, especially because they said we're on a different Earth than the 616 universe, so they could honestly just do whatever they wanted. So there was moments where I'm like, wait, are they actually gonna do something? I don't know, maybe. I also really like that they brought Franklin Richards into this universe. I mean, he is a big powerhouse figure in the comics, so if we ever do get to see him a little bit older or anything, It's going to be crazy to see, especially in Secret War or Doomsday. Who knows? I really enjoyed this movie. 2025 is a great year for superhero movies, and that's why I give Fantastic Four First Steps an 8.5 out of 10. If you guys like this review, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.